Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is game number 3 of tonight's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Reddit Christmas Tournament. And as you can see on your screen, we have a new leader on the leaderboards. It is No Chicken for You at 770 points, coming second and then first. Third and then first in our 2 games. They overtake Wasted Potential, who are currently in second place at 695 points, and the Fanny Packers dropped to third in 455 after that early skirmish versus Wasted Potential in game number 2. 28, 23, and 17 kills make them incredibly tough opponents indeed. But now we head into game number 3. Crew, Man is Top, FU, and Ambition are all within striking distance, and bad module info, well, it's going to be a tough mountain to climb. They've only got 2 kills between them. Theoretically possible, though, if they go all the way to win. Let's not speculate too much, though. We have a Zaki playing, hallelujah, 10 o'clock to about 4 o'clock on this particular plane path. So we will see who ends up going for what. I predict, are we going to see the quote-unquote try-hard spot? We are indeed. Yes, there we go. Twister's going all the way to Zaki. Very interesting. So that's Dre, Bait and Switch, and a Brucey as well. We have South George, Donar, and co. Going to be heading that way. All very civilized. You'll notice a Hey 90 heading up above Shrek Poop Mountain at the moment. And that's because all his teammates have left, and he's the only person left. For goodness sake, guys, get your priorities straight. It's only a Saturday night after all. Heading into the middle of Pachinki, that is CJB and co. dropping there. School, unlikely to have anyone there, but we will see some apartments. It's possible that all 3 of those squads, including Banana Goes Ham, we'll keep an eye on him, are going towards Yasnaya, and we have actually got 2 different squads rushing over to Sosnovka Island. Pardon me, make that 3 with Mumu heading over to Novo. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. Let's go ahead and check out Paishiro and co. on Sosnovka, because I think that these guys are close enough that this could end up being a fist fight. Let's see where they are in the air. Because on the map, they all look very close to each other. But in reality, okay, 3 different squads parachuting together towards the same location. Are they actually even going towards... Jesus Christ, this is going to become a pub game, isn't it? It is. Wow. All right, we're going to stick with this fight for the start, because even if we get a kill or 2 elsewhere, and we do actually, Cameron actually getting knocked out by some Sade. Whereabouts is that? That's inside Pachinki? Yes, it is. Oh my, that's very close range indeed. I'm pretty sure there's a wall there, by the way. So some state looking to... Yeah, there we go. And I think there's still one more member of that team. The question is, where are they? Oh, it's Fanny Packs over the other side. That's fine. Let's go ahead and head back to Sosnovska now, because that is just going to be Fanny Packs playing a 1v4. Where is everyone on Military Island? Exclusive almost getting knocked out there. He is right next to Proxy, as well as... Is that Hell Spider trying to run away? It is indeed. He has no gun to his name right now. Exclusive having to back out Muller and Impulse over there. Paishiro and co. looking like they've overtaken the C-suites on their own. There's just 3 of them there at the moment. I wonder if one member of their team is left, or if they've actually suffered a loss. Unknown. Fanny Pack still alive in Pachinki, but it looks like these 3 teams, they've spawned close to each other. There's a little bit of a standoff, but they're not mixing it up too much until Proxy, that is, tries to make his way in. He should be able to see Impulse in the distance there. Ducks into a building there. And these guys have definitely sectioned off the military base into effectively 3 parts. Nova, in the meantime, of course, completely and utterly fine. Oh, man. And this might actually be classic pickup territory, because this is a Sosnovska circle, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go ahead and take a look at Bait and Switch, Twister and co. They're all the way in Zaki. That's going to be... Oh, that's going to take forever for them to actually get there. So hopefully one of them will be able to locate a vehicle of some description. Goodness knows they're going to have to start looking right the heck now. Otherwise, this will not paint a pretty picture for them. Moving into the next couple of minutes. Now, the good news is that there's no one within a country mile of them. So they will be able to loot to their heart's content. They just need to make sure that they actually get out in time. So now back in Pachinki, Jonesy and Some Saint finishing off Fanny Packs by the looks of things. They have 3 people left. That is iSoda Pop joining them as well, and Fanny Packs goes down. Now, these three guys, they're not very far. In fact, the south of Pachinki is inside the circle, so they're not going to have too much grief to begin with, but they might have a lot of people from the north coming into the circle, going past their location, which could end up being very interesting for them indeed. We now have Hellspider and co. moving towards the scaffolding. Now, that's very interesting, because if someone has a sniper and a scope, this could be very bad for them as if they decide to go up. It looks like they're hanging around at the bottom, deciding on their next step at the moment. Not exactly the most easy decision you're ever going to have to make. Who else should we look out for? Let's check out Wizard Hat, actually. Is Wizard Hat around? Now, we did say earlier that if he could kill 3 people with a crossbow in one game, we would instantly stop the tournament and award him the tournament win. He does actually have a crossbow, so we better keep an eye on that kill feed. I guess I might have a promise I need to keep later if this guy ends up being an absolute literal god. Still, the guys in Zaki and Severity, a little bit concerned for them. It's a very long way to go. I see no evidence of a vehicle. Severity tends to have a couple of vehicles, but Zaki, on the other hand, the guys are still losing buildings, which makes me think that they've actually got a vehicle already and they're just going to have to hop in when the time comes. But the only squad in Severity, the only squad in Zaki does make loot very, very good, and it means that they will be able to comfortably get themselves kitted out. And as long as they get themselves into a circle, they will stand in a very good position to at least make the top 10 here, if not the top 5. Elsewhere, no one actually got as far as Stalber. The team seem pretty spread out across the map at the moment, with a minute left to go until the first circle starts to move in. No one's particularly worried. It doesn't actually come in that quickly. And we have one more squad looting the apartments now near school. So I have to say, compared to games number 1 and 2, this is all relatively civilized so far. And not too much in the way of super aggressive early on shenanigans, with the exception of Sosnovka Island, where the teams actually managed to spread themselves apart reasonably quickly as well. Paishir and co now moving towards the bunkers on the bottom right-hand side of military base, staying well away from everybody else. Looks like Proxy has gotten himself in a vehicle. Oh, and he's actually going to be getting quite close to them as well. There are 2 of them on there. I think that's a bike. Let's see if that is a bike indeed. Okay, they're not actually coming back on the road anymore, but they're definitely on a vehicle of some description. And yeah, Paishir and co probably heard that. It's a UAZ. But they have opted to stay away where possible from the road. They're actually looping back towards military base, though. So, well, that's a beautiful piece of parking, if indeed that's what they wanted to do there. And, oh my. Or it's a little bit of lag, and they've actually made their way on top of the mountain, which is totally fine as well. Okay, so they're not close enough that they're going to get picked off, but those guys definitely heard. Yeah, you can see them looking where they're going. Oh, and they're actually getting shot at from behind as well. So here comes Hellspider. He's taking shots at Banana right now. Where is that happening? Hellspider going down. No match for Banana and Paishiro by the looks of things, who get off their bike to finish that. 2 more people on top of the mountain, but have they got scopes? That's a Tommy gun and a shotgun, so they're not really going to be able to contest this position right now. Steven is also with Paishira and Banana there. Unfortunately, Hellspider is as good as Squashed Spider. These guys just need to get, like, a gun, and or maybe not even get a gun, but get the heck out. There's really not too much you can do. These guys do not have the equipment to take on the 3 people across the road from them at the moment, and that seems to be the story of Sosnovska and military base so far this game. Very, very tricky stuff indeed. So Mouse trying to get to cover, but these guys are going to take 3 bullets for every 1 they manage to land right now, just because of the sheer distance and the guns that they happen to be using. All right, so let's see what's happening elsewhere on the map then. So these guys are being cornered. It looks like they might end up dying at some point soon. There's actually not too much in the way of conflict here, I have to say. The Yasnaya teams are doing well to keep themselves apart from each other. Nothing crazy happening yet. Severity's fine. Zaki guys managed to oh, that's bait and switch in South George. That's okay. Wizard Hat still with a crossbow. Still looking for that first crossbow kill. And he hasn't, unfortunately, been able to kill anyone with it yet. His target, remember, is 3. No, it looks like the biggest piece of aggression going on is still... Oh, hang on a second. Muller, Radical Entropy, and Tyrol. And that appears to be near the bridge on the western side of Sosnovska. So all of the action still happening on Military Island here. And a little bit of bridge camping going on here. It looks like 3 people are going to bite the dust. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the other side of Sosnovska. So where are Proxy Demon and Sumet? They're actually running away. Wow, they're running south away from Paishira and Banana. Okay, so they are not going to be engaging anytime soon. They were in a really difficult position. They didn't have long-range weaponry as well, so it makes sense for them to go ahead and run away at this point. It's a little bit of a pity. I would have liked to see them there with a couple of ARs and scopes, but c'est la vie, welcome to PUBG, and you have to make do with what you've got. Can I just say, the way that, is that shotgun sticking out on the left-hand side, it genuinely looked like in first-person view he was holding a sword. That just looks really bad. This is like, yeah, I'm just going for lunch, bringing my sword. Standard stuff, really. That's interesting, because you can see there were 2 guns in his backpack, so clearly that's just a magazine from a 3rd gun. Esports ready! Oh, we should be good. Man, if you haven't seen the changes on the test server yet, they are so good. I am so excited for the direction this game is going in. But enough of that, because we need to focus on the live server for now, and these guys getting into the circle. Looks like most people are going to be fine. There are a couple of Primorsk boys. Barnet, what on earth are you doing there? Is that a gunfight or something in Primorsk? Because they can't just be losing houses and doing nothing else, are they? Maybe they are. Have they got a vehicle to hand? They're part of a squad of 4. So CJB isn't outside of the circle because I just saw him not taking damage. So where on earth have these guys split up to? That is very weird indeed. Let's go ahead and check out where CJB is. There's J Prides. Oh my, that squad is very split up. They're going to have to get back together before they can do too much else. Drave now taking a couple of shots. Fengo, the recipient of that bullet love for now, but unfortunately this actually puts Drave & Co. outside of the circle. They need to be very careful indeed how long they spend trying to tag these guys before getting back into the circle themselves. I think Fengo's doing the right thing, or his squad anyway, just by moving out of the circle. Unfortunately, though, he is down solo. Oh, wow. Just about managing to first aid in time. That was a little bit clutch there. I thought he was going down. Okay, so let's go back. Where are the other half of the team that are in Primorsk? So let's take a look. That's Liv Bailey and Barnet. And the other half of their team are J Prides. Where is CJB? CJB. These guys are all over the place. What's going on? They need to be careful, man. Look, CJ... Oh, J Prides is about to get slam dunked by about 12 different guns. This isn't good at all. And the other half of the team are still in Primorsk. They can't be this split up if they have the opportunity to get into an engagement. J Prides doesn't even see these guys. He's just running up the hill. Is luck going to be on his side? Oh, Hey 90. Hey 90 going down. That's unfortunate. Abolition of plays finishes Hey 90. And as a result, Hey 90's entire team, because it's a one-man team on this particular occasion. Wow. Proxy is really, really scared of these guys at the moment. Like, incredibly scared. They are sitting outside the next white circle on a corner, also Sosnovska, trying to dodge Paishira. And they don't want anything to do with the rest of the world right now at all. Tibble is just kind of chilling on a boat, getting towards Milta, preparing to land and go on foot to the next circle, wherever it may be. Now, this circle could collapse on north or south sides. There's no real way to know that for sure. There's a little bit more land up top, but that's about all we've got at the moment. So, incredibly tricky situation. Snoop with the samurai sword there, as you can see, permanently attached to the barrel of that Car 98K. He's just going to be chilling out there. That's a teammate pulling up, so no worries. We've got some vehicles nearby. And Snoop's been having a reasonable tournament so far, just getting himself in good positions and taking a couple of decent shots. Oh no, and I think I actually saw it down Primorsk way. Is that CJB going down? Let me see. Is that... Yes, it is. It's CJB knocked out on the ground. And that is a pity. This team was so split up. Two people still in Primorsk. They're not actually... They're not really grouping up or heading out to each other. So that's really quite frustrating for him there. Not too much they can do, unfortunately. The squad's just a little bit too split up, and this is allowing Drave and co effectively a free pass to go ahead and move towards the circle now without any further interference. And bridge camping because obviously exclusive and Muller awaiting news from the south side of the bridge. They're actually just trying to get past the bridge themselves, to be fair. It doesn't look like they're camping anyone else. They're moving up towards a squad of 4, though. And that could end up being very interesting indeed. Here we go. Coming on out. Fengo potentially looking to take a couple of pot shots. That's a bike as well, so not that much cover. Fengo tries to get a couple of shots up, but he can't. And they manage to get away. Impulse still on the bridge, though, which is very awkward indeed. He's having to try and take these guys on by himself. No one else is actually out here with him. He gets taken down, and unfortunately, that is going to be the end of him. There is absolutely no way he is going to survive that. There goes Impulse. But the guys turning around to come back. Exclusive are thinking about it, but they won't. Brucey and Drave now coming in to the general area in vehicles of their own. We can see them moving across the field now. A couple of pot shots being taken at Drave and Brucey. They weren't the guys that were shooting at these guys earlier, but it doesn't really matter. They see movement, they shoots them. And Fengo and co still continuing to guard the bridge, but they may as well leave now. Meanwhile, the Fanny Packers chilling on the coast. Looks like they're kitted out reasonably well. Pashira in love with his sniper rifles, incredibly deadly with them, using the SKS on this occasion. Spots the previous squad by the bridge on top of a hill. Takes a couple of shots and instantly moves the vehicle to a better position so that his tires can't be shot out, and then resumes. Very smart thinking there. Good play there from Paishiro. Trying to get a couple of shots in. Successfully tags the player on top of that hill. And these guys are going to have to keep moving around. But they are comfortably in the circle at the moment. I don't think they have to move too much either. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, they're good. They're more than good. So this is basically for supremacy of the southern island there. Johnny 47, Professor Pablo. Ooh, Paishiro getting tagged there repeatedly. And Banana out in no man's land, but just about managing to get behind a hill there. As Pablo continues to move down. Great pick from distance by Paishiro. Banana getting dangerously low, looking for an angle to shoot from. He's actually got some really nice natural cover in that rock. But not much else once he pokes his head up. And these guys have a lot of trees to sort of move around, and Banana has to play whack-a-mole with which one they pop out from, but they only have to look in one direction. So it can be a little bit challenging for the player that is near the coast, even if they have solid cover. Oh, Drave had to basically stay in the crosshairs of someone else while medding up there. Not really much of a choice because that is the blue. And this squad are outside the blue trying to get in. That is Fengo and co. The guys at the bridge earlier who were desperate to get a couple of kills while the players were crossing over. Maybe this is a little bit of karma. They're getting camped out of the circle themselves. Donar is on the left of the screen. Will he get spotted? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Drave's trying to look for him. He keeps catching the tiniest glimpses, but I don't think he's cottoned on that he's there yet. Bait and switch, and knows exactly where he is. Not a problem at all. There goes Donar, which means Kwa is the only person left on that team. And he, of course, is going to fight it out till the bitter end, but it's 125 until this circle starts moving in, and he starts chunking a hell of a lot faster, so he's got to do something fast. And every time he peeks, It's taken out at the moment. Very, very tricky position to be in. He's got a med kit, which will be very useful. Wow, this team are collapsing in on the yellow house as well. They do not want him surviving at all. Paishiro, Steven, Banana. Oh, interesting. They have abandoned Sosnovska as soon as they saw that the circle was going to be on the main island, but they've opted to swim rather than try and take out the bridge. And that is going to be that, ladies and gentlemen, for Kwa. And that finishes the team indeed. An awkward stand on top here as Galores tries to help people up. There is another squad on the ground floor. Abolition here, looking for the angle with the frag grenades, wanting to take people out on the ceiling. Potentially doing a great job there. That's a beautiful frag onto the roof, knocking out two and nearly knocking out a third. No doubt he'll be coming up onto the stairs very, very shortly indeed. In the meantime, everyone else can technically be let up. Let's see if he ends up opening the door here. Oh, he will. Here he comes. Oh, no, he was medding up. And that's two down. Only Blaze Plays left now. This could be a hero moment for Abolition. One more frag. Oh. A good arm, to be honest, on Abolition. Rushing straight back up to the roof. There's a Molotov. One more person up. Two people at the moment. Here we go. Oh, no! Did he react too late? It doesn't look like he did. He manages to take out the entire team. Abolition of Play. Doing an incredible job. Taking out a whole team on the roof there. Imagine if that second frag grenade hit as well. That would have been tasty, tasty. Johnny 47 going for a crate in the water in the meantime. Let's see what was inside that crate. Couple of long-range shots going down here, and that's possibly because they spotted him. Johnny 47 still got a Car 98 and an M16. So what was in the crate? Did he get the crate? Oh, hang on, he might actually die here. Where's the crate? Come on, what have we got in there? Yeah, so it looks like it was just a Car 98. Wait, Car 98 crate? Not 100% sure what happened there, but either way. Banana, ooh, getting absolutely brutally murdered there by Koyas. Using the AK Steven. Oh, and this is the problem with dolphining. You have no choice but to deal with this kind of thing. And Steven goes down as well. Where's Paishiro? He is underneath the bridge. Unable to help his teammates by doing anything. And this is the problem. If you just have someone at the other end of the bridge or just anywhere you make land, you're going to be in a really weak position the moment you come out of the water. And that's exactly what happened there. Muller moving temporarily outside of the play zone now to go ahead and do a little bit of looting. Maybe he's short on meds for the later game. Using the motorbike to minimize the time spent in the blue. People are now taking up positions inside the next circle. This has been a much more strategic, less aggressive game than we saw previously, I have to say. Games 1 and 2 were explosive compared to this one, and this appears to have all been about positioning and who gets to the circle when. No chicken for you, currently top, wasted potential second, Fanny Packers third. Fanny Packers, though, having a difficult time to say the least at the moment. Paishiro basically chilling out by the bridge, just trying to keep his team alive as long as he can and keep those points on the scoreboard. Some Saint taking out Drave. That's actually a pretty big kill there. And that is Twister and Brucey coming to his aid. So these guys in adjacent compounds right now. Some Saint teammates with Jonesy. We've also got Docker in on the action as well. A lot of teams with small skirmishes, but no one actually rushing into each other just yet. Oh, Bergen. I swear Docker should have been able to see Bergen just now, but very, very difficult. Oh, wow. Managing to spot Wuzzard, but Wuzzard actually getting an excellent shot off and forcing Docker to move back and go ahead and use a first aid. That was pretty well done by him. Paishiro has made war. Made water? I was going to say made land, and then went, no, made water? And then, no, made water doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But he's on the beach. Let's put it that way. And he's trying his best not to get completely and utterly screwed over. Mui is also dolphining towards Paishiro. There's not an awful lot he can do. Getting reasonably close to dying, Mui. Paishiro behind the rock sees exactly what's going on here. So close yet so far! And that might actually help Paishiro. He might be able to go and get the meds. But no, he's actually rushing up towards the rock. And possibly it's because if someone is still in close proximity to those cliffs, he or she would rush over to see what happened. And Paishiro did not want to be naked on the low ground, basically at mercy of whoever comes into the high ground when that happens. So totally understandable there. It's a pity because he might have been able to get some extra meds and maybe a little bit more ammunition out of the deal. But perhaps he didn't need any. Twister and Co. continuing to stay in this compound. They're going to have to move relatively soon. 1 minute and 9 seconds now separates this compound from effectively being kicked out of the zone. So you have to think about moving very soon. And of course, Drave and Co. not going to make that easy for them either. Actually going temporarily into the blue, a couple of these guys. And they're on their motorbikes. Mad Max Squadron coming on in, waiting for Drave. And here we go. Rushing on out, trying to minimize the amount of time they are going to be exposed out in the open. And already being shot at. Looks like they will successfully get away from there for now. And of course, they'll be able to do this at speed. There is, though, a team right here. That's Exclusive and Muller. They're here to potentially welcome Twister and Co. Drave now driving by. Looks like they found themselves a house. Exclusive know exactly where they are. But what can he do about it? Paishiro on a sliver of health. Using the first aid kit in the bathroom. It's good. Precautionary. And Tibbles there, ooh, with a rather tasty-looking M24. Going to be moving on in now. Now, quite a few of these compounds are just about on the edge of this circle. Snoop's the only person right in the middle. Paishiro getting so close, but unfortunately not quite able to make it through. And he goes down with 21 left alive. That is the Fanny Packers out of the game, ladies and gentlemen. They can still come back and win game number 4. We will see. And this is a very northern neck circle now. 20 alive. Snoop, actually the only person kind of chilling out there comfortably in the circle. Is he behind a haystack or something? Can we take a look at Snoop just for a second and see if he's got any teammates alive as well? So he's behind a tree. He's in the middle of the next circle. Where are his teammates? Okay, they're behind him. Nice. So Finn managing to take out Crimch behind him with a headshot, and Docker's still alive with him as well. So they're actually in a very good position. Baby buddy knocked down by the wall as people jockey for position for the right to run to the next circle without being shot at. You want to kill as many of the people who are making that access route impossible for you to use. And these guys are going to do it. Well, they don't have a very long time to do it, to be honest, because in 20 seconds' time, we're going to see the circle continue to move. Oh, well, that's slightly awkward. And Tibliz is going to go down there. Koyas will finish him off. And that means 14 players remaining. Snoop there. With the... oh, I swear that should have been a headshot. What's going on? There's that bullet drop there? There we go. We're getting the connections now. But inside the zone, base and switch off to the right-hand side. And bait and switch gets taken down. Now that's big. Was that wasted potential, bait and switch? I think it was. No, it wasn't. I do beg your pardon. But never mind. Snoop down now as well. A lot. Wow, Twister absolutely on fire there. Effectively taking out most of a squad. Now popping the smoke so that he can go ahead and grab Brucey. Brucey getting knocked out there. Koyus up top. Jonesy trying to provide cover fire successfully. Takes out Koyus. Going to buy himself a little bit of time because they're obviously going to have to res. Maybe that will get them enough time to resurrect a Brucey and run into the next circle. That is man is top. Brucey, bait and switch, Twister, and Drave. I stand corrected. Banana goes ham. Oh, how many times have we said his name this broadcast? He takes out some saint with an AK headshot, and there are 4 teams left. Jonesy, the only person surviving at the moment on wasted potential. So he's going to want to hang around till the end. Unfortunately, he gets completely destroyed by an M24. Koyus absolutely brutally taking him out. And Twister now on man is top. He's kind of lying low, waiting for people to come by. He gets spotted, unfortunately, and Muller takes him out with a silenced M4, leaving us 2 teams. It's a 2v2 situation. Banana goes ham and Koyus plays Exclusive and Muller. Exclusive and Muller have played a masterful positioning game. Banana goes ham. I mean, I'm always a personal favorite, and Koyus with the Kar 98K has just been superb in the first 2 games, so we'll see how they do. They're the ones who are going to have to be moving into the circle, and Koyus is the closest to spotting one of them at the moment. He's getting very, very close indeed. This could end up being a 2v1 if they're not careful. Here comes Exclusive up the top of the mountain. Spotted by Koyus first. He gets a fair shot off and actually manages to knock him over as well, which is great, but it's not enough. Banana goes ham, comes over the top. Koyus possibly looking in the other direction. He manages to take out Exclusive as well. A headshot to finish the game. Banana goes ham. Koyus, Johnny 47, and Professor Paolo will be able to win the game with 12 kills to their name. Congratulations. In second place, we have Muller, Impulse, and Exclusive, who have 9 kills. Absolutely superb as well. And in third place, Twister, Dre, Brucey, and Bait and Switch with 10 kills.